All right. Well, thank you for joining us here. This is 716 Delta Mike, also known as Dave. Kind of new to this streaming thing. Working tonight here on Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. I'm going to be flying the Piper Seminole PA-44. We just filed a flight plan over on Pilot Edge. I'm going to make a VFR flight today from Camarillo over to El Monte. Via Chatty and another waypoint crossing over the Rose Bowl. We will do a Class C transition, and we'll be talking to Pilot Edge Live ATC throughout the course of this. So, going to kind of get things spun up here. I think what we'll do first is get the plane started. We'll dial up ATIS, or we'll tune in the ATIS and get our weather. We'll contact clearance and delivery and request some flight following. Then we'll call up ground, let them know we're ready to taxi. And we'll hit the tower and get our departure, and we'll go from there. But that's kind of the plan. Hopefully everything's kind of coming through good on the stream here tonight. I'm really new to the streaming thing. I've only streamed a couple of times, so I'm using some new stuff here, Restream.io, and it's letting it stream to both YouTube and Twitch simultaneously. So hopefully that's all coming through nice and clear from my end as best I can tell. It seems like it's coming through pretty good. So if anybody's tuning in here and can hear me, maybe let me know what you hear, what you see if the stream looks good. Using a couple things here tonight. We've got the Logitech radio panel, Logitech multi-panel. Multi-panel gives you both autopilot, flaps, trim wheel. You've got your heading mode, nav mode, altitude hold, vertical speed, that kind of stuff. So that comes in really handy. Honeycomb yoke right here with the Logitech throttle quadrant. I have two of these. I've only hooked up one. I am flying the Piper Seminole PH-44 tonight. It's a twin engine plane, but one will work, and I haven't hooked up the other one, but kind of holding off on that because I'm looking to pick up the Bravo throttle quadrant later this year when it's more readily available out there to everybody. But anyway, let's check, make sure I got my headset turned on here. Yep, it is on. So let's get this plane started, see if we can't get ATIS tuned in. We'll go from there. So let's get some power on here. So we'll go with the battery. And avionics bus is coming on here. Radios just came on. That's good. Turn on our beacon light here. We'll get our mags on here. And I need to jump over here. I'm using the Elgato Stream Deck. I have some buttons mapped here for that gives me some different views in the cockpit. Like, for instance, I can hit my fuel on here. I can go to my switch view. I can go to my cowling flaps view, trim wheel. There we go. Kind of see how that's working there. Panels. So I'm hearing radios already, so that's good. That means our Pilot Edge is working. So let's go ahead and get this bird cranked up here. Got switches on here. So mags are on. Fuel pumps are on. Gonna go throttle and mixture. We'll go mixture full rich. Going to leave the props feathered at the moment. We're going to crack the throttle here. Give this thing a little bit of a prime. 1, 2, 3. Double check and just make sure our parking brake is set. And parking brake is set. All right, we'll go ahead and crank the left engine. Left engine fired. 1, 2, 3. Priming on the right. Right engine fired. Looking out to the left, that looks good. Right engine's looking good. Let's go ahead and set our RPMs here to 1,000, which is just above idle here. So that'll give us 1,000 right there. All right, we'll go ahead and turn on our strobe light and our nav light. We'll leave our taxi and landing light off for the time being till we get ready to move in here. Let's turn off this. Let's go ahead and take a look at my panel, and let's double check a couple things. We're going to need our transponders. We'll go ahead and turn that on. We'll go take a look at our flight plan. I put this in Microsoft Flight Sim at the beginning, so we're going to go from Camarillo, a couple of waypoints here, Chatty and VPLRB, which is over the Rose Bowl. I'm sure that's what Valparaiso Rose Bowl, I believe is what that is. And then El Monte is our destination here. We're looking at 55 nautical miles. hopefully you can see this all here on the iPad. Vertical profile, this is pretty neat if you've ever used ForeFlight. You can kind of see the airspaces there. We're taking off there on the far left hand side at Camarillo. That's a class Delta. We're going to climb up to 4,000. We will transition through a class Charlie there. That's the magenta airspace you see. Then we'll descend down into El Monte, which is another class Delta. You see the TFR there in orange? That's for the Rose Bowl. They put TFRs up for the games. That TFR is not until December the 19th. So today is December 14th. So we're clear to go through that. That's not a TFR today, but it does show up on the charts and on ForeFlight. So nice information. This profile view is really cool because you can see your terrain, you can see what your elevations are in your direction that you've got programmed in here. Through our route today, we're going to be able to clear the mountains there. So looking at that profile, tops of the mountains there around 2,000. We're going to climb up to 4,000. We should be well above that by the time we get to those peaks. We'll cruise at 4,000. And then we'll start our descent. And as you can see there at El Monte, though, we'll have to be sure we clear those mountaintops that are peaking a little over 2,000 feet there before we descend into El Monte. And then we'll go ahead and quickly take a look here. Just pull up El Monte real quick. So pattern altitude's about 1,300 there, 1,296 to be exact. So we'll descend down to about 1,300. So keep that filed away in the back of our mind as we climb. If we're cruising at 4,000, and we need to get down to about 1,300 before we enter into the traffic pattern there. But we'll be talking to El Monte Tower on that. But need to get to that elevation as we come in. We're doing this VFR, so there's no ILSs on this. I'll probably land the plane myself. I'll take it off of autopilot, and we'll actually land this thing. So that's kind of the plan here. So first things first, let's jump over here to Camarillo and let's take a look at this information. So ATIS is 12625, 126.025. So let's see if we can't tune 126. And another little trick I learned here, if we tune this little baby right here, let's get off a flight plan and roll this over to there. We're already on a 25 kilohertz state. That makes tuning the frequencies a whole lot easier. 126.025. So there we are. 126.025. We'll transition there. There's the ATIS.
Read backhaul runway assignments and hold short instructions.
I'm going to grab the iPad here.
Advise on the initial contact you of information Victor.
Information Victor is what I just heard, so we're going to write that down.
Camarillo Airport. ATIS Information Victor. 0255 Zulu. Wind 060 at 7. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature -4. Dew point -2. Altimeter 3009er. Arriving and departing runway 8. Visual approaches in use. Read backhaul runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Victor.
We have Victor, so 3009 is our altimeter, so let's go ahead and get that set here while we're at it. 3009. Oh, hate it when that does that. So 3009. There's our altimeter is set. Our flight plan is looking good in here. All right, so we can get back to the map view here, and that should be good. We're going to put our CDI on GPS because we are going to fly GPS today. We're not going to be flying VLOC. We're not going to be flying an ILS approach on this. We're going to turn our pitot heat on here. And next thing we need to do is check in and see what we need to do. We're going to do a VFR flight following request. So we're going to jump over here, take a look at on the map here, Camarillo, show on map. We'll get some information here. So Camarillo clearance and delivery, 2100 to 2300. So it is 10:20 in Ohio. California is 3 hours behind me. That's 7:20, which is already after 2100. So we need to dial 120.75 for clearance and delivery, which is Port Magoo. 120.75. Let's do that here. Let's go to 120.75. We'll dial that in. And switch over.
John Wayne delivery. Comanche 8315 Papa, IFR to Burbank. This has been I3.
Alright, so that channel does work. So we're gonna take a look here. So what we want to do is we're going to fly VFR. So we're going to pick up flight following VFR, flight following over to KSNA. Oh no, that's not true. That's not what we're doing. I had written that down earlier when I was making some other flight planning. So we're going to be flight following over to El Monte, KEMT, Monte, Kilo Echo Mike Tango. And that's going to be what our VFR flight following request is. So we want to do that at 4,000, and we have information Victor, so we won't need Victor for that. We'll get that to ground. So we are going to get a squawk code here and a departure frequency here, so let's go ahead and get our prep here for our departure frequency. And this is going to be, what did I say? Back here and just take a quick gander. So it's after 2100, so we're going to be Point Magoo, we'll call it Camarillo clearance, 120.75. so let's go ahead and do that. Let me see here. Already filed the flight plan on Pilot Edge, so Camarilla clearance, Seminole 716 Delta Mike would like to request VFR flight following over to El Monte. That's Kilo Echo Mike Tango at 4,000. Uh-oh. We lost some radios there. That would be a problem. That will fix that. All right, radios are back on. I had a power switch off there, so let's try that one more time. What was our ATIS there, just to make sure we're still good on the radios? Because I could have disconnected here. Show on map 26025.
Camarillo Airport. ATIS information.
We are good there, so Camarillo clearance is 120.75. All right, we should be good now. I had a switch turned off. That killed my radio there. Sorry about that. Bear with me on that. Camarillo clearance. This is Seminole 716 Delta Mike. Request VFR flight following to El Monte. That's Kilo Echo Mike Tango at 4,000. Oh, we were going to be working that. All right, let's try a different frequency possibly. Could be on the wrong frequency. There was 2 listed there, so I could be off on my time zone transitions here. So let's try 121.8.
255 Zulu, wind 060 at 7. Oh, sky condition clear.
Via Alpha Hotel Charlie Kilo.
That'll probably get us here.
20 left via Alpha Hotel Charlie Kilo for Charlie Foxtrot Echo Victor Juliet.
I'm a ground Skyhawk 50 Alpha Mike with the transient route Charlie, like the IFR with India.
Max 503 Alpha Mike 1 main ground, runway 30, taxi via Alpha Echo.
30 via Alpha Echo 50 Alpha Mike.
Camarillo ground, Seminole 716 Delta Mike would like to request VFR flight following over to El Monte. That's Kilo Echo Mike Tango at 4,000.
For 716 Delta Mike, Camarillo ground, say again your request.
I'd like to request VFR flight following over to El Monte. We'll be cruising along at 4,000, and I have information Victor.
November 716 Delta Mike, Roger. 4,000 in some parts of your flight is going to be valid cruise altitude for VFR flight, but in most parts it's not. You can only suggest or pick an altitude without a 500 plus to it at 3,000 feet AGL or below. Anything above that, you need to add 500 for correctness of direction as well. So the altitudes I can offer you for your request is 3,500 or 5,500.
Go with 5,500. Apologies on the altitude request.
No worries. Number 716 Delta Mike, departure frequency 124.7, squawk 5714.
All right, roger that. With departure frequency on 124.7, squawking 5714, 716 Delta Mike.
6 Delta Mike, read back correct. It's ready for taxi.
Roger that, will do. All right, so cleared that up just a little bit. There's always mistakes to be made, but let's go ahead and put in our transponder 57
Papa with an I3 IFR to
4, and we're going to squawk altitude.
315
So
Papa John Wayne,
transponder
clear
is
to the
set.
Burbank Airport. Beyond departure, fly heading 220. Vector Seal Beach, then as file. Maintain 2,000, expect 4,000, 10 minutes.
So
after
clearance and ground
departure.
are both 121.8. I had that written down on the iPad there earlier.
4556.
I did notice that. I had that written down, so that was my bad on the radio frequencies
Okay,
earlier.
direct, include the
Turn on our taxi lights here and get ready to taxi. We're going to call up ground and advise ready to taxi. So
2,000 feet initially, 4,000 feet in 10 minutes, 128.1, and squawk 4556, 155.
Number 15 Papa, read back direct.
So we're going to have ready for taxi. We're parked here just outside the tower on the apron, so let's listen for our runway. I think we said to expect runway 8, so we're probably going to taxi something like this or something like this. We'll just listen and see what he tells us here. Camarillo ground, Seminole 716 Delta Mike, ready for taxi, currently parked on the apron near the tower.
November 716 Delta Mike, Camarillo ground, runway 26, taxi via Foxtrot Alpha. Sorry, November 6 Delta Mike, runway 8, taxi via Foxtrot Echo.
All right, runway 8 via Foxtrot Echo, 716 Delta Mike. All right, so we're going to go runway 8, Foxtrot Echo. All right, so we'll check that out over here. Runway 8, Foxtrot Echo, just like I drew on the first time. So runway 8, so we're going to make a left-hand turn
Tower,
here.
Skyhawk.
Get this thing ready.
Short at 30, ready for departure.
And we're going at 5,500, so that's easterly VFR.
503 Alpha Mike, Wyman Tower, runway 30. Sorry, number 503 Alpha Mike, runway 30, cleared for takeoff.
30, clear for takeoff, 503.
All right, let's do this.
John Wayne ground, Comanche 8315 Papa, ready to taxi to 20 left, and we're on the south end of
right.
taxiway Alpha.
Clear out the left. Got one guy standing there. Clear off the right.
Santa Monica traffic, Warrior 75 Alpha Bravo,
here.
2 miles to the south. Is exiting special flight rules, inbound to land, with information Delta.
75 Alpha Bravo, Santa Monica Tower, and a right
Brake
base,
is
runway
released.
3, clear to land.
Right base, runway 3, clear to land.
Runway Tower, Charlie Foxtrot, Echo Victor, short, kilo ready for takeoff.
Number 8315 Papa, say again.
I'm at the south end of taxiway Alpha, looking for 20 left.
November 15 Papa, please put in your squawk code for me.
Okay. All right, clear right.
20 Foxtrot, Echo Victor Juliet, John Wayne Tower, left closed, traffic approved, advised midfield downwind pass, runway 20 left at kilo, cleared for takeoff.
This would be
First takeoff,
Foxtrot.
20 left, midfield downwind each time.
Gotta love those taxi lights
And left
right in the middle of the
bank,
taxiway
Charlie
there on the
Foxtrot,
line,
Echo
but hopefully one of these days Microsoft will clean that up, fix this right up.
Delta Cinco on VR Alpha approach. Approximate east of Santa Monica Airport.
November 8315 Papa, John Wayne ground, runway 20 left, a taxi via Alpha Hotel, Charlie Kilo.
This thing gets going a little quickly there if you're not careful.
Okay, Alpha Hotel, Charlie Kilo for 155.
Number 734 Delta Tango, Santa Monica Tower, circle south of the field, enter right downwind runway 3, clear to land.
Circle south of the field, enter right downwind, runway 3, clear to land for Delta Tango.
All right. Hopefully everybody's able to see this okay. Let me know. Pop in on the chat. Let me know how the stream looks. Like I said, I'm pretty new to this streaming thing.
99er Mike, IFR to Los Angeles.
It's probably got a few bugs to work
November
out.
8 and 9er Mike, Santa Barbara clearance, clear to Los Angeles Airport. The departure, fly, runway heading, Victor Quang as filed. Maintain 3000, expect 10,000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 120.55, squawk 3705.
We are going to skip the run up tonight just because it's 10:30 my time and I got to work tomorrow, so we're going to go ahead and get this show on the road. We got a 55-mile flight ahead of us.
Expect 11,000, 10 minutes after departure frequency 120.55, squawk 3705.
Right, 99er Mike, reback direct. Number 734 Delta Tango, say intentions.
Intentions are for landing for Delta Tango.
Okay,
Roger, the instruction was a right downwind runway 3, and after circling south of the field, you appear northbound. Where are you going?
Roger, I'm having some frame rate problems. So, do you need me to find any vectors for Delta Tango?
Negative. I can't factor you as a tower control, but for Delta Tango,
tower
if
is
the plane is
128.2.
uncontrollable, I need to know that sooner than later. I have traffic landing the runway. Are you able to enter the right downwind runway 3?
Yes, sir, I am. For Delta Tango.
Thank you.
Okay, Camarillo Tower is 128.2.
Charlie Tower, Charlie Foxtrot, Echo Victor, let's midfield downwind for 20 left, touch and go.
Charlie Foxtrot, Echo Victor, Juliet, runway 20 left, clear touch and go.
Clear
All right,
touch
that'll
and
have
go,
us
20
with
left,
Tower,
good.
and then we're going to have to contact departure on 124 shortly after departure. 124.7 was the frequency he gave us, so there's 124.7. So we got that in the standby. We got our 5714 in the transponder. We're squawking altitude there, so we're good there. Runway 8 is where we're at, so we will give him a call and tell him we're ready to go.
75 Alpha Bravo, taxi to parking via Bravo, remain this frequency.
All right, so let's go ahead and do runway 8, hold short.
75 Alpha Bravo.
So it's going to be Camarillo Tower here in a second. Let's go ahead and ease up here to the line, and we'll be number 1 for departure. Camarillo Tower, Seminole 716 Delta Mike, holding short, runway 8.
716 Delta Mike, Camarillo Tower, runway 8, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 8, clear for takeoff, 6 Delta Mike. All right, mixture full rich, forward,
runway 08.
landing lights on.
Runway 08, 5,900
Runway 8. Let's get ourselves out here and get lined up. Final looks clear. Runway looks clear. Center line here. And this will get us center line. All right. Feet on the brakes. 2,000 on the RPMs. All right. And releasing the brakes. And takeoff power is set.
Before Delta Tango, taxi parking via Alpha, remain this frequency.
Roger, taxi parking via Alpha, remain this frequency. For Delta Tango.
Rotation speed on this bird is 75, and there's 75. We're going to rotate, tap the brakes, gears up, and trim this thing out a little bit. We did no flaps on this takeoff, so we'll hit the trim wheel here and get us a nice climb going. And we're listening for Tower to tell us to change over to departure. Fly runway heading for the time being.
Bakersfield ground, 1306 is at Atlantic with Echo, request taxi for VFR departure to the north.
Market 306, Bakersfield ground, runway 30 right, taxi via Alpha Bravo.
30 right via Alpha Bravo, Walker 306.
Pull the RPMs back to about 2400.
And John Way Tower, Cessna 72 Whiskey
Info
Mike,
pressure
ready
to
for
25.
departure runway 20 right. Forget to mention that I will be performing the I-1 rating.
722 Whiskey Mike, John Wayne Tower, runway 20 right, kilo cleared for takeoff.
And clear for takeoff, 72 Whiskey Mike, runway 20 right.
John Wayne Tower, Comanche 8315, Papa's ready and 20 left, kilo.
Number 8315 Papa, John Wayne Tower, runway 20 left, at kilo, line up and wait, traffic apart in the parallel.
Line up and wait for wind paper.
And sync up our heading bug here. There's our heading bug set.
Santa Barbara ground, Epic 899er Mike's ready to
We're
taxi
still
with
hand flying
Tango
this
from
baby
Signature
right
Flight
now.
Support.
Number 899 Mike, on Barbara ground, runway 25, taxi via Juliet.
Runway 25 at Juliet, Epic 899er Mike.
November 722 Whiskey Mike, flight heading 230, contact departure. November 722 Whiskey Mike, flight heading 230, contact departure. November 8315 Papa, flight heading 210, runway 20 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff at 15 Papa and heading 210.
John Wayne Tower, Charlie Foxtrot, Echo Juliet's on the midfield downwind, 20
Alright,
left.
so we just switched on the autopilot there.
Foxtrot Echo, Vector, Julie, 1 departure, Friday Rebel, 1 departure, Friday Rebel, 8 Comanche, runway 20 left, clear to land.
We'll keep an eye for the traffic, clear to land, 20 left, Charlie Foxtrot, Echo Victor Juliet.
Climbing
Bakersfield
5500.
Tower, Walker 306, ready at 30 right.
Walker 306, Bakersfield Tower, proceed on course, runway 20 right, clear for takeoff.
Proceed on course, clear for takeoff, runway 30 right, Walker 306.
Alright, we're going to go ahead and switch on to our nav there and follow our GPS magenta line. We've cleared the runway heading there for a while. We should be listening here. We'll get handed off here shortly to
Number 8315 Papa, heading 210, contact departure. Good flight.
Okay, heading 210 over to departure. Thank you.
lean our mixture a little bit here. See if we can get a little better performance. Cabrilla Tower, so Seminole 716 Delta Mike. Did I miss the handoff to departure or?
Number 716 Delta Mike. Nope, you didn't. I forgot about it. Sorry. Contact Point Mugu departure. Good night.
Contact departure. Good day. Thank you. Port Magoo departure, Seminole 716 Delta Mike is 5,300, climb at 5,500.
Mid 716 Delta Mike, Port Magoo approach, camera altimeter 3009, radar contact.
3009, 716 Delta Mike.
Number 8315 Papa, turn right, direct, hopper, and resume on navigation.
Alright, There's our 5500. We're leveled out.
Thank you.
Number 3 Alpha Mike, trap 10 o'clock at 3 miles opposite direction, 6,800 VFR type unknown.
So
So
that don't happen very often where tower forgets you, but you heard it.
808, just want to verify, it's cleared islands for weight 9er approach. I don't know if I said that miscorrect.
Yeah, you did cleared islands runway 9er.
I apologize, I was thinking, I think I may have said 7, I apologize about that.
I think you got it right. Me too.
All right.
Just inventing runways over here.
All right, so this class Charlie over here is 3,000 to 4,800, ground to 4,800. So we're going to be at 5,500. We're actually going to be above the Charlie. So we should be pretty good there. We're going to transition over here. We're going to hit our waypoint of Chatty. We should be at Chatty here shortly. Let's take a look here. We're roughly 10 miles away from Chatty. 10.4 as a matter of fact.
515 Papa, just verify you're turning right direct popper.
Ground speed right now at 152 knots.
Right direct popper.
And yeah.
Thanks. Number 716 Delta Mike, contact SoCal
Keep your eyes on the road. He's turning the plane. Are you a real pilot? Yes. So in transit, in learning, yes. I am a student pilot right now.
Delta Mike, contact SoCal approach 134.2.
Contact SoCal approach 134.2, 716 Delta Mike.
503 Alpha Mike, contact Point Magoo approach 124.7.
SoCal approach 71716 Delta Mike is level 5,500.
I was just waiting for a readback there. I have a 503 Alpha Mike. How did you hear me?
However, Point Magoo approach 124.7.
Thank you. Number 716 Delta Mike, SoCal approach Burbank, altimeter 3006.
3006, 716 Delta Mike.
Cessna 2 Whiskey.
All right, so we set our altimeter at 3006 right there.
Right down 0 to 0, step to 2 Whiskey Mike.
So the guy was asking me, am I a real pilot? So the answer to that is pilot in training. I am currently a student pilot. I have about 16 and a half hours. I've soloed twice. I'm learning in a tailwheel.
503 Alpha Mike.
I've been flying a Centauri, which is a really fun airplane. CFI convinced me that if I was going to learn to fly, I should learn to fly in a tailwheel. And he swore up and down that it would make me a better pilot. And I have to admit to you, I think he's right. However, I've not got into the 172 yet and flown it. I've been flying the tailwheel. But learning to do that rudder dance and control that plane has been fun. It's the whole stick and rudder skills. And man, it's a blast. I love every minute of it. So I work around airplanes all the time. A lot of military aircraft in the job that I have. Just really caught the fever and caught the bug for flying and got into flight simming back in July with X-Plane.
503 out Mike, fly heading 240.
And then Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 comes out, and that's pretty cool, but obviously some bugs and things we're working out. But got to pick me up a whole setup here with yoke and throttle quadrants and iPads and all the whole shebang, and decided I would start streaming a little bit. So probably doing a lot of it wrong, but hey, give me pointers, tell me what you'd like to see differently, and we'll see what we can do.
030,
I'm learning as I go. We don't need a landing light anymore, though.
Whiskey Mike, you were at 02, or you're correcting
so coming up on 3.5 miles away from Chatty.
I'm on 020 now. I was 030.
Burbank.
Thanks.
If you're tuning in here with us, we're doing this on Pilot Edge. Pilot Edge is live ATC. I picked that up a couple of months ago. Learning to be a real pilot. A real pilot has to talk on the radios, and there is a real fear for radio and ATC talking to ATC. And if you haven't checked out Pilot Edge, it is a paid subscription service, but I know VATSIM's out there. Use it a few times and like VATSIM a lot. But if you want the real deal that you can pull up for flight and file a flight plan and look at the actual frequencies and use the real frequencies, talk to a real air traffic controller.
Los Angeles Center, climb and maintain 1000.
Pilot Edge is definitely the way to go.
3005. That's right. 3012.
Okay, so Here we are coming up. We're 1 mile from Chatty. We should see a right-hand turn here momentarily. We're holding at 5,500. Here comes our right-hand turn. And we should fly directly over, basically, Van Nuys Airport. We'll be just off our right wing here momentarily. And Burbank will be straight in front of us after we complete our turn.
Sky 3 Alpha Mike, thanks for Bravo. Sky 3 Alpha Mike, turn right heading 250.
All right, 250,
So I don't have Track IR. I picked up Smooth Track, which is an application on my iPhone. Pretty happy with that, actually. Smooth Track and Open Track, which is another piece of software. The two talk together, and it tracks your facial movements. And as you can tell, I think it works pretty good. I can look down into the cockpit. I can look to the right. I can even turn my head and kind of look behind me. You kind of have to calibrate it a little bit, just like you would with Track IR, so you can get your head movements down, because obviously you don't turn your head but just so far. I am playing this on a 49-inch ultra-wide monitor. Man, talk about the sweet spot there. Getting that whole wide view all in one screen, it's pretty nice. I transitioned away from
Riverside Tower 121.0.
I'm very happy with this. Let's take a look outside.
Whiskey Mike, right heading 100.
Not real good with this drone cam yet either.
Right turn 100, 72 Whiskey Mike.
All right, for 15 Papa, contact SoCal approach 134.9er.
So that right below us would be what I just said, would be the Van Nuys Airport directly below us there. Burbank should be right out in front of us, a few more miles. So we are roughly 17 miles away from the Rose Bowl, so we're going to fly over Valparaiso in the Rose Bowl area. Thought that'd be kind of cool if you're a college football fan. Most of us are, a lot of us are. Thought that'd be something cool to see. I've never really been out in California a whole lot. I have been to LA, I've been to San Francisco. But haven't spent any time out in California flying around and touring the area. But I see a plane out here just off my 1 o'clock in the distance. That's the other, actually I see two planes out there. That's the other cool thing when you're flying on Pilot Edge is you actually pick up
315 Papa SoCal approach Los Angeles altimeter.
real traffic in the area. And other people that are flying on the network using Pilot Edge. See another airport off to my right out there in a distance.
Number 722 Whiskey Mike, turn right heading 170, intercept the localizer.
So we're going to go into El Monte. El Monte is a Class D.
Intercept and localizer.
It's a Class D airspace as well. We'll contact El Monte Tower.
4,000.
Down 4,000.
I believe I see Burbank right off our nose there. If you look right here, I'm guessing you can see the mouse. I don't know, but just above the airspeed.
4 miles from Lemon.
We're about to cross over
3,000 until established on the localizer cleared ILS runway 20 right approach.
The Whiskey Mike maintaining 3,000 until established into the approach to 0 right.
View there, nice looking at the mountains there.
ATIS is 118.75.
118.75. So really I need to be able to tune that ATIS at El Monte. 118.75. All right, so we're about 11 miles out now from the Rose Bowl in Valparaiso, and then we will make another slight right-hand turn over toward El Monte. Interesting, you can see the skyline of the city off to our right there, about our 2 o'clock. Our city right below us there, assuming that would be the Burbank area, right off our nose. And over to the right is probably LA. I would assume, kind of the downtown LA area.
I'm going to approach. Got hot 50 traffic Mike. We got eyes on us. 503 Alpha Mike, Visual approach runway 7. Visual approach runway 7.
So if you look at the iPad there in ForeFlights, you can see that we're above the Class Charlie airspace there. Originally, I was going to fly through the Class Charlie airspace.
72 Whiskey Mike, contact.
Across the transition, but as if you were on with the beginning ATC instructors, we need to be on at 5500 flying VFR for this route, so that's what we're doing.
Cessna 503 Alpha Mike, contact Oxnard Tower 134.905. Over Oxnard Tower 134.95.
Good. Need these fuel pumps on right now. Should have had those off earlier. Got some traffic there at almost our 3 o'clock coming up. About 5 miles now from Valparaiso and crossing over the Rose Bowl. See our mountains out to our left side. So if you're watching the stream, man, let me know what you think. I don't know. Tell me what's good. Tell me what's bad. Is it coming through good? Is it laggy? Is it choppy? Is it clear? Been having to play with some settings, like I said, kind of new to this streaming thing and just trying to figure this all out. Did some tweaking here. Just trying to figure out what's right, what's wrong. Last night I tried a little bit of it and it was stuttering and lagging a little bit, but I think I might have got some of that cleaned up. I'm hoping that I got that cleaned up, and if you happen to be watching, shoot me a message, follow, do something, let me know. Let me know if it's coming through clear. Let me know if the layout looks okay. I've got my controls there. I got the iPad on the screen. I can't really go, I'm doing 1080 by, or 1920 by 1080 for the output resolution, but running this on a 49-inch ultra wide, I have to, that's why it looks like it's at the top up there, but it gives me some extra spacing. You get a nice wide view there in the cockpit. Hopefully that's coming through pretty good. All right, so 2 miles.
Stick out the mic, advise when you have a Monty Airport in sight.
All right, roger that. We're looking for El Monte. Should have it here shortly.
Stick out the mic, that is affirmative. Field 1 o'clock, 9 miles.
Roger that. We should be making a turn here. All right, we got to start getting down. We need to get down to, what did I say my altitude I needed was? El Monte, show on map. We need to get down to 1,300. This will be the airport right here. SoCal approach, Seminole 716 Delta Mike. I have El Monte in sight.
Mr. 716 Delta Mike, ready to service terminated, squawk VFR, contact El Monte Tower 121.2.
All right.
Delta Mike, radar service terminated. Squawk VFR, contact El Monte Tower 121.2.
El Monte Tower 121.2 and squawking VFR. Thank you for your help. See ya.
See you.
Sierra contact Santa Barbara departure.
Santa Barbara departure, it's a plug-in pump here.
El Monte Tower, Seminole 716 Delta Mike is 5 miles to the northwest, inbound full stop.
716 Delta Mike, Monterey Tower, enter right base, runway 19, clear to land.
Right base, runway 19, clear to land, 716 Delta Mike.
Tower, Cessna 9693, Quebec, 2 mile pilot.
9 with a right-hand base. And I'm going to have a little bit of lagging here once more.
9639,
Tower,
9693, Quebec, 2
Whiskey, hold control, runway 19, IFR.
Let's cancel.
Clear to land, runway 29,
autopilot.
9693, Quebec.
And let's see if we can't fly this bird
888
down.
Whiskey, Monterey Tower, runway 19, cleared for takeoff.
Newport Golf, runway 1988, Yankee Whiskey.
So we're going to do a right base for 19. Interesting, there's a racetrack off to my left there.
Palomar Tower, Cessna 346 Charlie Papa, clear of 24 at Alpha 4, ready to taxi back to parking.
3466 Charlie Papa, taxi to parking via Alpha, remain this frequency.
Taxi back to park via Alpha, remain on this frequency, 6 Charlie Papa.
Number 8, Union Jetway Tower, 72 Whiskey Mike is clear and runway 20 right on in excess and Juliet.
For 8 Yankee Whiskey, contact SoCal departure.
Contact SoCal 88 Yankee Whiskey.
722 Whiskey Mike, taxi to parking via Bravo, monitor ground, pass for the I-1.
72 Whiskey Mike will taxi via Bravo, monitor ground.
Okay, there's the runway off our right. Get our gear down, some flaps coming down.
Santa Barbara clearance number 7 and 6 Romeo Foxtrot, request IFR to Santa Maria, ready to copy clearance with Tango.
For 786 Romeo Foxtrot, Santa Barbara clearance, clear to the Santa Maria Airport. Flat 5 departure, San Marcos transition direct. Climb via SID, except maintain 3000, expect 6000, 10 minutes after departure.
Shot the runway there just a little bit.
Frequency 120.55, squawk 2506.
Good.
Clear to Santa Maria Airport, Flight 5 departure, San Marcos transition direct. Climb via SID to 3000, expect 6010 minutes. Departure frequency 120.55, squawk 2506. 786 Romeo Foxtrot.
786 Romeo Foxtrot, is that correct?
Alright, let's see if we can't get this thing lined up and set down in here nice and smooth. Nice and smooth, Dave. Nice and smooth. Displace threshold. Power's coming out.
St. Louis ground, Cessna 9693 Quebec is off runway 29 at Charlie. We'll taxi to the transient short term.
Transition to the flare. Not too high.
There we go. Quebec, taxi to parking via Alpha. I still don't have that flight plan on file. Did you wind up filing it while you were airborne?
I can do a redo. That's no problem.
Yeah, please do. You have the little checkbox you have to click that says you're doing the rating. I need that to be able to give it to you. So taxi to parking via Alpha, and let me know when you refile the flight plan. I'll issue the rating.
Okay, thanks, man.
And we'll get clear of the runway here. Flaps are up. Clean up the airplane. Let's take a look here. We are off and clear at Delta. El Monte Tower, 70716 Delta Mike is clear of the active and holding at Delta, ready to taxi back.
November 716 Delta Mike, runway 19, taxi via Bravo, correction, via Alpha Bravo, remain this frequency.
Taxi back via Alpha Bravo, remain this frequency. Thank you for your help. Good night.
I'm sorry, November 716 Delta Mike, were you not going to the runway, you were just going to parking?
Correct. I'm sorry. I said taxi back. I apologize. I am going to parking.
Under 6 Delta Mike, tech parking via Alpha. Good night.
Parking via Alpha, 716 Delta Mike. Guess I did say taxi back, and that would have been back to, that's why he said Alpha Bravo. And he caught that. That was my mistake there on the radio. Basically, if I was taking back off, I would taxi right back down there, and he would issue me a clear to take off, and we'll get back out of here again. But we're going to park her here. Unfortunately, I got to work tomorrow, so I'm not going to just stay on here and stream all night. It's kind of fun, though, I have to admit. I like the streaming place.
Parking via Foxtrot, this frequency. Good night.
I'm going to taxi park via Foxtrot. Remain with you.
Alright, we're going to just ease ourselves over here. We'll bring her to a stop and park her right up here. This little lonely taxi light right here looks lonely, so I think we'll just pull up there.
Number 786 Romeo Foxtrot at Santa Barbara Flying Club. Request taxi with Tango.
There we go.
The 786 Romeo Foxtrot, Santa Barbara ground, runway 15, left taxi via Charlie.
Alright.
Runway 15, left taxi via Charlie, 786 Romeo Foxtrot.
Set our parking brake there, and turn off our mags, and kill our lights, and avionics. Alright, that's going to do it for the flight. Hopefully some of you guys were able to join me. Don't know how disappointing I was or how good I was or what, but hey, I'm new to this, and thanks for watching. We'll probably do this again tomorrow night. If not, the next night for sure. Highly recommend you pick up Pilot Edge or try it out if you like. They even have a free trial there where you can join up and try it for free. It's pretty neat, worth the try. Probably do some bat sim flying too. I live in the Midwest. I'm originally from down south, but I live in the Ohio area. Unfortunately, Pilot Edge doesn't cover that area. Most of it's out west, so you've got a lot of California, Colorado, Montana, Utah, all of that, Seattle area. So I've flown some out there. That's why I'm out in California doing these flights right here. I've been doing the CAT ratings on Pilot Edge. I have done the CAT 1 through 9. So probably going to study up. Probably the next live stream I do, I may do the CAT 10, which is a transition through the class Bravo of LAX. So it's going to be quite the challenge, and a lot of ATC comms on that one. So hopefully I'll get it right. I usually have to do a little bit of studying on that. Again, training up to be a real pilot, but I probably won't do a whole lot of flying in general aviation in the big Bravo airspace here where I'm at, but it's still fun to do on the sim, and it's fun to do on Pilot Edge, and it's fun to gain that experience and radio calls and familiarity. So anyway, if you're watching, thanks for watching. If you get a chance, click the follow button or subscribe, and hopefully it will pick up a few viewers over the next coming days, and I'll get a little bit better at this and figure out the right things to do, right things to put on the screen. And if there's something that's not working right, just let me know. Shoot me some comments in the chat and we'll clean it up. But until then, man, good night. See ya.